North Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Washington football team. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Fields. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mond taking a shot for Samuel. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Uses the stiff arm, and he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Mon. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He's got his tight end fan. Room here to run. Runs over it. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act to this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. On play action, Fields. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Eluding the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mon. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action here. Mon. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. Steps away. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Single. Watch one. Here we go. Deep, all day. Defense, all day.
To the air again, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they get their focus back.
And he will get into the end zone, and a two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Now Fields. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Toss left to Montgomery. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mond. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly and my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bears are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Mond out of the shotgun. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mond looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Out to his left. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he'll take this one down near the 15. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is Gibson.
It's over. Let's dominate.
And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down, here's Mon. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a handoff, Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Mon. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Mon. They're going for it. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Bears 20, Washington 15.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. They find some open field here. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Slot. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Play action. It's Fields. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Now it's Fields. They'll roll him out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Bears are right back in this football game.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Rolling to his left. And his throw is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8. Justin Lorwasser for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game.